Hi everyone, David here. I'll cut straight to the chase. Recently, we just got some news that there's now more harsh punishments for street takeovers. If you're no stranger to my channel, I can't stand these freaking things, and I think they give car culture a really terrible name, but it's kind of beating a dead horse at this point. But today I'm going to talk about two things. One, the new punishments for street takeovers and how they might affect car culture, and two, an interaction that is just hysterical about street takeovers that I shouldn't have engaged in, but I'm gonna share it anyway. So let's get into it. So this was posted by American Muscle HD, shout out to Garrett. Also, I verified this on other news sources, so it's not just an Instagram account, spreading rumors or anything. As of July 1st, 2024, there will be new laws changing around street takeovers. I can only slide one direction syndrome and do it for attention. If you participate in a street takeover involving 10 or more vehicles, known as a coordinated street takeover, you'll be charged with a felony and subject to a fine between $2,500 and $4,000. Man, that track day sure seems a lot cheaper now. If I ever have to hear another takeover person say I can't go to the track because I can't afford it, you just got the nail in the coffin for that argument. If you obstruct a police or fire responding to an emergency while racing or a takeover with street or stunt driving, you'll be charged with a felony. Okay, I kind of want to break this one down because this is probably my biggest argument against these things is, sure, it's dumb with a bunch of kids doing stupid things in an intersection, like whatever. We know it's stupid. It's not a great idea in general. However, when you get in the way of an ambulance trying to arguably save somebody's life and just for your little playpen, like, come on, dude, move. So this is my biggest thing about these things is when you block an intersection in this way and there's an emergency vehicle trying to just do their job, this is where we cross the line. So I'm very glad that they're identifying that specifically. Police can now seize your vehicle when the violation is a felony and your driver's license will be revoked for 2 years. That is serious because usually with a suspended license, it'll be a 6 to 12 month with other charges when it comes to reckless driving or something like that, especially if you don't lawyer up. That is serious. 2 years. Your life is ruined with transportation for years to come. You have to think of it on the other side too. If people are doing these takeovers and they're saying that they can't afford to go to the track and everything else, they probably can't afford a good lawyer. So you're really digging yourself into a hole. A spectator, oh, this is a new one. A spectator will be charged with a non-criminal traffic infraction and fined $400. Is it really worth $400 and possibly a misdemeanor to just see cars go in circles? Any car used in a misdemeanor violation can be impounded for 30 business days, whether or not the person arrested is the registered owner. Long story short, they're getting more serious about this. Here in Georgia, it's actually a really big problem, and the Georgia State Patrol does not mess around. If they see you doing takeover stuff, they will come in and just ram the car. They're over it. They're done. I don't blame them. It is a huge problem, and they're just like, can we not do this anymore? The problem is, it gets you attention. When I grew up and there was street racing or anything along those lines, the entire point was to not be seen. You would go to a location, hope that nobody was there, get done what you wanted to get done, and then go home. That was pretty much the entire point. This is the completely opposite reaction. They want views on their Instagram. They want the reputation as somebody who can swing their car well. They want all these things, and they just want that dopamine effect of everybody watching them. It's the complete opposite, right, of what I grew up with. I don't really think these kids realize that this could ruin their life. I'm trying to look at this in more of like a big brother way, like, look, man, don't go to these things. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, especially with this. The other argument for these things is that it's a culture thing and you don't really understand it. Well, yeah, I understand it. It's these. You want this. You want the attention. So with these new laws, Garrett made a very important caption on this post. What do you guys think about this? But also, do you think that the police will abuse the use of this law if they associate a car gathering in general as a takeover. Like, imagine you're all in a parking lot standing around, you know, good vibes, everything's chill, nothing's going wrong, and you have that one idiot that ruins it for everybody. We've all had this happen to any car meet in the entire country, right? Idiot with the straight piped whatever, you know, hitting rev limiter, leaving, and, you know, the cops show up and they go, all of you guys are like this. Now, would that be considered a takeover according to non-car people and lawmakers? Maybe. It would be stupid, and you could definitely fight it in court, but in that moment, who knows? It's just not the truth, but I feel like a takeover is extraordinarily blatant what it is. It is hysterical to see some of these kids come to the track, which I like. You should still keep coming. By the way, I want you to come to the track. I want you to come to the track. I want you to come learn. I want you to be in a safe environment. I want you to not get in trouble. But it's hysterical when these people talk shit online and then they come and they cannot connect to the track whatsoever. It's because they're used to doing a donut and running away, right? They didn't need to bring spare tires. They didn't have to do any of that. That is my main concern about this law, is maybe using it unjustly. I promise you, I would share an interaction that I shouldn't have engaged in because it was stupid, but it's because I saw a post about a takeover and I just made a sarcastic comment, and I made somebody very, very mad. I'll read it for you. Oh no, he deleted the comments. Dang it, I was so ready for this. Actually, wait, he did say one thing. So on Instagram, I saw this street takeover video and I said, I also wake up in the morning and want to do donuts in busy intersections. And I immediately regretted it. I'm like, oh no, they're gonna come after me. But yeah, this guy came along and said, stay in your lane. It's the reason you in the comments. And then I said, if you go to Lanier Raceway, which is our local drift track, it is $90 to drift all day long. And they have events every single week. It is just outside of Atlanta. If you go to Lanier Raceway on Friday Night Drift and prove to the local real drift scene you can do more than just drive in circles, they will stop making fun of you. I make myself laugh. But anyway, it's almost ironic that somebody that can only drive in circles tells me that I need to stay in my lane. Oh yeah, by the way, these geniuses decided to light fireworks at a gas station. What could possibly go wrong? So essentially the deleted comment said something along the lines of, I don't understand why they do it, etc., etc. I get it. You want the thrill to be seen, you want the Instagram clip, you want the video clip, and you want the attention. I get it. What really stuck out to me was he said, man, you act like going to the track is way better. And I'm like, yeah, 'cause it is. You don't have to worry about anything. It's cheaper than fighting for your life in court. And also, at the same time, you get better. You get better at being a driver. That's all benefits. I think a lot of people take it as me being too harsh on these people, and I just don't think so. It's one of those things where it could change your life forever in the worst way possible if you get caught doing these things, or you could hit someone and then they're paralyzed forever. And you could be somewhere else that's only 30, 40 minutes away and be able to get really good at it, have a really good community that supports you and wants to teach you to get better. You'll be able to flex that you're an amazing driver. Like, that's where the fun stuff is. But lighting fireworks at a gas station, blocking ambulances, driving in circles, running from the police, getting caught, and your life's ruined forever for just an Instagram clip, it's just not worth it, man. I think the cold hard reality, though, is that they're not gonna go away. I know that sounds really cynical. I don't think whatever law you put in, I don't care whatever you do, I don't think it's gonna go away. Because even with cash days kind of style street racing in the middle of an industrial lot, people still do it, even though they know they could go to jail a very long time. So it's not really going to make a huge difference, in my opinion. When you get a mob mentality of a whole bunch of people with a ton of peer pressure, you tend to crack. And that doesn't make you weak. It's just part of it. It's like in Rome, right? In the Colosseum when they're like, yeah, screw that guy, you know? It's this mentality and hive mind that just consumes people, right? And it's just, unfortunately, people just get really wrapped into it, and then that's all they know about car culture. They don't know the rest. Even though tracks and drifting and everything else is kind of the most accessible it's ever been, but if you've never been educated about it, that you can go to these places, you're just not gonna know about it, and you're gonna think this is the only thing for you. And that's really sad. So what do you guys think about these new laws? Are you concerned? Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Put it down in the comment section below, and as always, thanks so much for stopping by just for this chill video, talking about car stuff. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.